Good afternoon. It's your man Earl, www.deuceswild22.com, October 29th, day 302, and it is what? Monday, which means what are we doing? Monday Mentorship or Mentorship Mondays. And today's subject matter is self-sabotage. Now, how are we framing that? We are teaching the mentor today how to teach his or her mentor the top 5 things that people do that self-sabotage. Now, why is that important? I strongly suggest that you get this information into your mentee's hands within the first 1 to 2 meetings. Definitely in the first 3. Okay, because you want to get them thinking about their own future early on. Of course, you're going to coach them. Of course, you're going to help them. But you need to give them these 5 areas early on so they can have an idea that, you know what, you're number one, you're on the ball, and you can help them identify poor choices. Now, that's kind of on the list, but let's get right into the list, okay? So, day 302, Monday Mentorship. Number 1 on the list, and these are in no order. I'm just getting kind of animated. No boundaries, okay? People don't understand boundaries. They don't have no boundaries. Now, here are the 5 areas you need to separate. Work, school, church, family, friends. Now, what's a boundary? All a boundary does is regulate the information flow between one area of your life and another. It regulates, it mediates, and it filters. Okay? That's why you need boundaries. I'll say it again. Separate these areas. Put some boundaries. Your workspace, your school space, your church space, your friend space, and your family space. Put some strong boundaries in place. Now, you can't necessarily change the hammer overnight, but you got to be aware of, you know what? I got some leakage coming from this area into this area. I got to tighten that up. Okay? So, you need to put some boundaries in place, particularly in those 5 areas. Here we go. Number 2, teach your mentee, okay, him or her, how to identify correct and truth decisions that will take them forward. Okay? Making a decision is not enough. You have to be aware of making the right decision. Okay? And guess what? Life doesn't stop. All right? My mom was passed away. Life doesn't stop. My life doesn't stop, even though she's gone on to be with the Lord. Guess what? I still got to make decisions. I have 5 mouths to feed, okay, which are my children directly, 6 for my my grandson. So I just can't become paralyzed. I have to still learn how to make the right decision and then the truthful decision. Okay, I cannot be delusional. And every decision you make will either take you forward or take you backward. And any lateral move is a backward move because you're still spending energy to stay where you are. All right? Here's a quick tip. Do you understand how to make a decision? Okay, that aligns with your purpose. Okay? Do you learn how to make a decision that's within your capacity or your capabilities? Or it's based on your experience and not somebody else's experience. You can't fool yourself, and you most certainly can't fool others. And then here's the key point of learning how to make decisions. Do your decisions keep you in the vein, which is okay if that's what you want, or are you making decisions that will continue to keep you creative and have other opportunities within the framework of your life? Okay? Key point here, make decisions that are in line and that are in purpose, that are fruitful within your ultimate purposes in life. Okay? 3rd thing on the list, don't burn bridges. Okay? You must learn how to politely remove yourself, politely tiptoe out of there, politely resign in a good way if it's something that you can't get yourself involved in, but don't burn bridges. Okay? Why? Because you may need to cross that bridge later on in life. And then here's even better. You may have to bring someone else across that same bridge. And if you burn that bridge, you won't have access to that individual or that area or that situation anymore. All right. So I don't care how bad of a boss you may or may not have, how bad of a division you may or may not work in. Don't burn the bridge. Learn how to do that. And that's why you have a mentor. And that's why you're teaching how to do that. Okay. Here's one. Let me think here. Do not neglect your family, i.e., your need for people. Now, some people use the fancy word, the need for community. I'm very careful with that because we all need relationships. I'll say this: don't neglect life-giving relationships. Thank you. The Most High God gave me that just now. Don't neglect life-giving relationships. Okay? Feed them. Let you get fed and feed them. Okay? Don't become this hermit, this workaholic, and all of a sudden all you have now is your laptop and your smartphone. And you neglected your wife, your family, your kids, your fiance. No, you need life-giving relationships. Okay? And then the last one, I think that is 5, is one of my favorite words, is seminary, which means seedbed, which means one who cultivates. I'm just giving you, now I'm ad-libbing and expanding the definition, right? Don't neglect to plant seeds for future endeavors. Okay? Most people are not taught how to plant and how to sow and how to give. All right? Don't neglect planting seeds along the way. A lot of people who are immature, they eat the seed. Okay? No, you sometimes you eat the seed, sometimes you save some back to give away, and you save some to plant. All right? So top 5 areas how people self-sabotage. Number 1, no boundaries. Okay? Number 2, how to make right decisions that'll further you or your family and or your career. Okay? Number 3, they fail to have life-giving relationships. Some people call them community. Okay? That's number 4. And then 5 is they don't plant seeds for the future. Okay? 5 areas on Monday Mentorship. I think it's episode 7, I believe. Episode 7, Monday Mentorship. Do not fail yourself. Even as a mentor, be mindful of the things that we've talked about. This is your man Earl. God bless you. October 29th, day 302, Monday Mentorship. Peace.